Hello everybody, I'm Hope and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Previously, well, a lot of tomfoolery went down as we saw that shadow thing appear again, and Zouken was terrified. We learned more about Zouken, and he devoured an entire woman to make himself, to keep his soul alive, you know? We see his wish for immortality and the twist that he's the reason that Assassin got summoned, which is pretty dang freaking cool. I did not see that one coming. Other than that, I have a lot of theories revolving the Shadow and Angra and Sakura, but for now, let's try to avoid those topics and just get to whatever the heck this day has in store. We'll talk about that stuff more as more gets revealed. I'm hoping I'm in the right direction, but you know, we'll just have to see about that. Before we get started, I hope everyone's doing well and taking care. If you're not looking after yourself, please be sure to do so and take a nap if you haven't. They refresh me, and I'm sure they'll refresh you too. Naps are freaking awesome, man. Let's go ahead and get started with day 8, Delight. I'm not sure why the colon there, but we're gonna start with a dream. No, we're just awake. It's morning. It's past 7 o'clock. Pure white sunlight shines in through the window. I sit up and stretch. I feel great. My limbs move fine and I don't have a headache. My body's in perfect condition, as if the fever yesterday had never happened. Totally, man. I have really bad acid reflux, which leads to heartburn, and I can tell you that you probably did not go through that. I sigh and think it over. I need more training if I'm losing consciousness just by recalling the events 10 years ago. Nah, things are totally different, man. My memory is vague, but I do remember Saber helping me walk home and putting me to sleep. I get out of my futon and change into my uniform. Where is she? I bet she's still sleeping, so I'll thank her during breakfast. It's 7 o'clock already, so I'll go greet Sakura in the living room. You doing okay?
Senpai.
She's probably nervous because Shiro came home not too well last night. Sakura has her bag. Breakfast is ready as well. Table's wiped clean, ready for us to eat at any time. Aww, precious being you, Sakura. Yeah, what about you? I was about to say that. Why are you going to school early? That's suspicious. Please tell me you don't have to go do worm pit shenanigans. Seems like I guessed right, but nothing happened yesterday. Sakura went to her room after dinner, and that's all. Ha! Totally. I think something happened after that, but I don't remember too well because of my nausea. Oh? Don't remember what you said. Oh, hey, it happens. That's why she made breakfast and wants to leave before Saber wakes up? Oh, I can see why she feels okay. Oh, she hangs her head. I see. She must feel more self-hatred because Saber apologized to her, and she should be the— Yep, you got it. Surprisingly, you got that right.
いいんだって。言っとくけどな。あいつは相手に火があったら絶対に折れないぞ。
Yeah,
桜の言い分
Saber's
が無
just
茶苦
that
茶だっ
kind
た
of
ら怒鳴り返して
person.
くる。セイバーは口にしないだろうけど、桜のことをきっと好きだぞ。
けど、ならなおのこと、今朝は遠慮します。セイバーさんが怒ってくれなかった分、ちゃんと自分で叱らないと調子に乗っちゃいますから。
Sakura bows to hide her embarrassment. It seems she's going to school early no matter what.
桜がそう言うんなら無理には止めないけど、こんな早く学校に
That's what I'm saying.
朝練禁止されてるだろ。
大丈夫。道場のお掃除をするだけですから。セイバーさんにあんなこと言っちゃったんですから、罰として弓道場の床を雑巾がけするんです。
Dude. That's a red flag, homie. Shiro, come on. You should see her wheels ain't turning correctly. Having that much self-hatred for oneself and loathing oneself that much that you believe that... The truth is, though, is, this is all realistic for some people. Like, there's a lot of times where I've done something that I feel was completely awful and abhorrent, but to the other person it was just, like, it wasn't that bad, but to you, no matter what anyone says to you, it feels like you just, like, betrayed them or done something horrible, and it doesn't get any easier. Your mind doesn't really, it doesn't soothe that part very easily. Even if you're told by the party that you did no wrong. It's hard, man. So Sakura's completely realistic here. Sakura leaves with a goodbye.
道場の掃除って。冬場の雑巾がけはきついぞ、桜。
Well, I suppose that's the point. What did she say to Saber to make her go so far?
私と桜が喧嘩ですか？
Didn't happen?
いや、したんじゃないのか。
Oh,
桜、セイバーに
okay.
悪かったって言ってたけど。
What? Oh no.
言われてみれば、確かにそのように見えたかもしれませんが、
Oh.
しかしあれは桜が正しいのであって、口論というよりは私の不徳を注意してもらったという方が。
Wow. Saber's deep in thought. Not only that, she's pondering so much that she's eating at incredible speed.
いや、変なこと言って悪かった。桜がすごく気にしてたから、こっちも気になっただけなんだ。なんでもないんなら忘れてくれ。は
あ、桜といいシロといい、昨夜から同じことを言うのですね。
Oh, poor Saber.
実は
He's
二人
just out of the
揃っ
loop
て
like, what the
私
hell?
をからかっているのではありませんか？
Unlike UVW, we get so much more screen time with Saber, and it's like a lot of wholesome screen time with her. And I'm really happy about that, because Saber's great, you know? Saber. I yawned, so I just forgot my train of thought. I hope Saber will continue to bring levity to Heaven's Feel.
そんな手の込んだ冗談するか。そんなことして、俺と桜に何の得があるってんだよ。
I don't even want to think of what had happened if I did play a joke on her and she found out about it.
それはそうですね。では、単に二人とも
It's almost like they care about each other or something. No. No way. Nodding to herself, Saber digs into another omelet. It's good to be able to eat a lot in the morning.
けど、なんて言ったんだよ、桜は。生半可なことじゃそこまで落ち込まないし、そのあたり聞いてもいい？
それは単に私のサーバントとしての力不足についてです。
Wow, holy
要約す
fuck,
れば
that's savage.
白を守りきれなかったのは私の未熟さだったと。
Ooh. Yeah, that's new, man. Sakura, I don't think we've ever seen her say something quite that savage before.
セイバーは十分すぎるぐらいやってくれてる。昨べだって、俺が勝手に倒れただけだろ。セイバーが気に病むことじゃない。
それはそうなのですが、とにかく桜の忠告は正しかった。問題はそれに頷くことのできない私自身です。桜に何と言われようと私は
あなたというマスターをこれからも戦いに赴かせるのですから。
Damn it, now I feel so bad for Saber. Oh. Frick. She looks away awkwardly. Eh? Something strange. Why is Saber so preoccupied with something that they've agreed on? What did she all say last night? What?
がなく、不審に感じた住民が周囲の住宅の調査を要請したところ、
Okay, just use Media's VA, like to use the... That won't confuse the player at all. The news is on. I turned on the TV and found it broadcasting about an incident last night. What did I say? Oh, about the woman.
発見された体調不良者は30名に及び、直ちに病院に運ばれました。
Red flag. Red flag! Dude. Some weird happenings are going on. Sakura's acting weird. Her behavior's off. Now this happened? The same night that the shadow happened? Alright, this is... Oh, God. This music's like funky. Okay, you know what? Fuck that theory. It's not real, okay? I'm just gonna pretend that it isn't real and hope that it isn't, because I don't want it, man.
今月に入ってから7件目の昏睡事件ですが、診察の結果はやはり何らかの食中毒に近いと。
Finish breakfast and get ready for school. I'm gonna go see Tosaka. I have to talk to her about what happened last night about Mato, Zouken and that black shadow.
警察では宮山南4丁目一帯に被害が拡大したことから、何らかの薬物が散布された可能性が高いと。
South Beam of 4th Avenue. That's the direction Tosaka was staring at yesterday. Archer said the shadow is the cause of the incident. Oh my god, it's Sakura. She's being possessed or something. Over 30 people are in comas. I've experienced what they're going through firsthand. That shadow was sucking magical energy from the people in the town just like Castor. No, it's worse than that. Castor was gentle and considerate compared to that thing. Castor took care not to harm her victims so that she could continue to drain them. It's like collecting blood with a syringe. But that thing is different. That thing was not collecting blood like Castor. That thing was eating. Black Shadow was mercilessly feeding on magical energy along with people's minds.
Saber, 学校に行く前に話がある。
はい。何でしょうか、シロ。
Saber is watching the news as well. Saber quietly questions me like always, even though she should know what I want to talk about.
今後の方針のことだ。セイバーも昨夜のあれを見ただろう。
はい。どのような幻想種にも該当しない、見たことのないものでした。
うん。あれが何であるかはわからない。ただ、あいつはあいつで俺たちの敵だ。
Therefore, it's enemy number one.
見えなかったけど、意図的に俺や遠坂を狙ってきたし、町の住人からも魔力を集めている。
But Shiro, what are you gonna do if enemy number one ends up being the one that you love? Ah, yes, moral conundrums.
なら、
当面はあの影の探索を優先するということですか？
Ah, how humorous.
マスターともサーバントとも取れぬ。私たちには関わりのないものの
It's a
相手を
huge
する。
leap, but I can see Shiro's plan. I think that's the right. Yeah, she's like, are you a fucking idiot? Saber stare is painful. Her goal is to obtain the Holy Grail, but I'm asking her to get involved in something completely unrelated. It's natural for her to protest, but still.
あの影を放っておけない。これは聖杯戦争より優先すべきことだと思う。
Saber silently stares at me, and when I start to think I can't bear it any longer.
まったくそう来ると思っていました。私としてはあの影には関わりたくないのですが。
セイバー、本当にいいのか？
いいも悪いも私が断ったところでシロは一人で行動するではないですか。
She's not exactly wrong. That's a harsh reality to Shiro there,
そう
right
な
there.
った時あなたを守りきれねば本末転倒です。ですからたとえ反対であったとしてもシロの方針に従うしかないのです。
それはそうだけど。
それに あなたを一人にしては昨夜のような無茶をいつしでかすか。あれで二度目
Yeah,
です
that's
から
not what Saber wants to happen
三
at
度目だっ
all.
て必ずあります。そんなことになったら私はまたさくらに謝らねばならなくなる。
じゃあ
誠に不本意ですが、サーバントは主の命に従うもの。マスターであるシロがそう判断したのなら剣を
Woo!
預けます。
Consent achieved.
セイバー
ですがシロ、あの影は尋常な相手ではない。
Oh,
あれに
that's
比べれば
nice.
バ
That's
ーサーカーとて御しやすい相手でしょう。
ああそれは肌で感じた。あいつはその強いとか弱いとかいう次元の話じゃなくて、ただ不吉だった。
no. I don't even know how we could defeat it at all.
相手でもないと思う。
それが分かっているのなら私からは何もありません。ただシロ、あれの相手をするということは最も困難な道を行くということ。
Ah, yes, Heaven's Feel. The most
今から
difficult
胸に
path.
刻んでおいてください。
Things are gonna go south fast.
いや、そりゃ用心はするけど、なんだよ変なこと言って。セイバーもアーチャーみたいにあの影を知ってる
Yeah,
のか。
you speak as if you know what it is or know what it's capable of.
いいえ、私もシロと同じです。
Just got a bad feeling. Saber looks away, and Saber
ただ
says,
漠然と感じたのです。あれは良くないごち
Yikes,
そうのものだ。
yikes.
それこそ関わったものすべてに破滅をもたらす逃れようのない茨のような。
It's at the very least Angra, because Angra's whole thing has been cursing people, you know? As if to express her ominous premonition.
それじゃあホームルーム始めるわよ。
Wow, we just teleported. Nice.
日直よろしくって相川くんは休みで相物さんも休み。
Yay, Comus.
じゃあ張り切って先生がやっちゃおっかな。
Homeroom starts. There are more absent people, giving the room a listless feel. Well, I think the whole school is probably like this. Fujine lightly continues homeroom, but I don't see her usual spirit either.
じゃそういうわけで放課後の部活動は禁止
Go
ね。
straight home.
連絡事項は以上。ちなみに1時間目の久月先生はお休みだから自習。
Rip Guzuki.
プリントは持ってきてあげたからみんなはこのまま教室で缶詰ってなさい。
Everyone unanimously cheers and starts moving their desks. Fujine doesn't care if people work on the handout or not, so everyone's free to do anything as long as they don't go out of the classroom, but...
シロ、ちゃちゃ。
Oh, really? You want to talk to Shiro, huh? So why is she beckoning me to come see her in the hallway in such a suspicious manner?
なんだよ藤根、授業中だぞ今。
そうなんだけどね。ほら、朝そっちに顔出せなかったでしょ。それで不安になっちゃって、シロは元気かな。
Aw. She cares.
なんだよいきなり。不安って何が不安な
With
の？
all the stuff going around, of course she's, you know...
それがよくわからない。虫の知らせっていうの？
Dude. It's almost like you're the Tiger Dojo lady. It's almost like they're the same.
昔からさ、こうチクチク来る時があったんだけど、その後って決まってシロが車にひかれたり橋から落ちたりしたの。
This is just
だから
really
シロ元気かな。
ominous premonitions going on. I think today hell's breaking loose.
そんなの全然普通じゃんか。
Yeah.
それが危ないってんなら今までずっと危なかったよ俺は。
そうなんだけどね。なんか気になるんだ。こう一緒に乗らなくちゃいけない電車があるのに、シロだけホームに残っちゃってバイバイ。
This isn't ominous. This ain't ominous at all.
具体的な例えだけど、そこで目が覚めたってこと？
あ、わかっちゃった？おね。
I'm speechless, so she didn't come to my house because she just woke up late. Well, I'll forgive her since that's what I expect from Fujine. Dude, Shiro, chill.
こっちはいつも通りだよ。藤根こそ目にクマできてるぞ。
Damn, Shiro, you should see the ones under my eyes.
夢の中だけじゃないんじゃないか。
Looking like a straight raccoon out here.
まあね。昨日も忙しくて、今日も忙しくなりそうよ。しばらく残業続きになりそうだから、シロのところ。
It's weird. You could really tell things are bad and things when Fujine is taking things so seriously, and we don't really see this portrait often. Like, to see such a serious side of her is different.
話はそれだけ。プリントちゃんとやっときなさい。シロ、現代社会の成績悪いんだから、気合い入れないと赤点取っちゃうわよ。
Fujine cheerfully waves goodbye and leaves.
飯はいいって、まあ助かるけど。
It's disappointing as well. I feel empty, as if my normal everyday life has disappeared. Oh yeah, it's just the beginning, Shiro. Hope you're ready. I don't know if I'm ready.
そうね。エミヤ君の意見には賛成する。私もあの影は見過ごせない。どこの魔術師だか知らないけど、私の土地で好き放題やってくれてるんだから。
じゃあ休戦条約はまだ続けていいってことか。
当然でしょ。あの影を排除するまで
Yeah.
余裕ないんじゃない？
Which means we're pretty much guaranteed a truce for the rest of the game, hopefully. Our conversation ends really quickly. I went to Dosaka's classroom to class 2A during lunchtime to go get her. I told her I want to do something about the black shadow, and her answer was simple.
それじゃあどうする？今夜から一緒に巡回するとか、手分けして探すとか
Probably
してみる？
together.
そうね。役割分担には賛成するわ。あ
Hmm.
なたは夜の巡回を続けて。魔術師として怪しいと
Yeah,
思
we're
った
still
とこ
gonna
ろ、
divide it.
セイバーが怪しいって感じたところを徹底的に調べること。で、エミヤ君がそうして表立って動いてくれてる間、私は造剣を追うから。
Ooh, Rin going after Zouken is quite an interesting play. I hope that we get to see that. That'd be really cool.
マト、ゾウケン。あいつ、あの影に関係あるのか？
Sorta. I mean, if my prediction is correct, then he's why it exists, because he implanted Grail stuff into Sakura.
さあ、造剣もあの影を怖がってたから望み薄だとは思うけど、
And something's off.
どこか引っかかるのよ。まあ、あの影を抜きにしたって造剣は放っておけないでしょ。
Yeah.
キャスターの死体を操ったり、魔術師でもないシンジをけしかけてマスターにしたり。
そうか。そうだな。言われてみれば、そもそもキャスターのことで手を組んだんだもんな。
ええ、あの影の相手は周りをきれいに片付けてからにしましょう。もし見つけても偵察に留めておいて。
オッケー。けど、遠坂はどうするんだ？造剣を追うって、あいつの居場所わかるのか？
You start with the house.
ああ、うん。居場所はわからないけど、直接マト邸に乗り込むわ。
Sokka states it simply, but her plan isn't that simple.
乗り込むってマト邸にか？お前、それ敵の本拠地に突っ込むってことだぞ。
Titanium non-balls, whatever the equivalent of is for a Rin.
そうだけど、何驚いてるのよ。別に戦いに行くわけでもないし、ただ相手の陣地を調べるだけじゃ
Yeah,
ない。
man, we're just looking for clues.
バカ。造剣が待ち伏せしてたらどうするんだ？
Then Emiya will sick his ass.
そんなの、遠坂一人で行かせられない。俺も一緒に行くから、早まった真似するな。
バカ、早まってるのはそっちの方よ。言ったでしょ。私はマトと縁があるの。マトの魔術は知っているし、造剣の力量だって昨日度で測れたわ。
Zoken's really
造剣は敵じゃない。
Zoken's only really strong when he can play like a puppet master or control something. Like if it was just him alone, like he stands no chance, you know?
あのローマ術師は魔力のほとんどを体の維持に当てているから、直接的な攻撃手段がないのよ。
Like I'm fairly certain Shiro could beat Zouken by himself if Shiro just used some basic projection.
そんなわけだから、造剣が直接対決してくれるなら、
Oh,
むしろ
about
願
that.
ったりだし。
That's the hard part
シンジ
here.
だってもうマスターじゃないなら無害でしょ。古臭い魔術師同士の争いは私に任せて、エミヤ君は体で情報を稼いでちょうだい。
I can't talk back if she can declare it like that. Archer will be with her, so I shouldn't worry that much.
わかった。マト造剣のことは遠坂に任せた。俺？
ええ、よろしくね。それとエミヤ君。
Damn it, stop skipping dialogue, Hope.
家に泊めてるけ
Jesus.
ど、それがどうした？
Just so excited for what's going on.
なんでもない。それを聞いて安心しただけよ。
It's interesting how you're showing your care now. We've never really seen her show any care about Sakura, really. That I can recall, anyway.
馬頭艇に乗り込んだ時、何も知らないさくらがいたらやりづらいでしょ。
Well, that part's very true, you know?
そうか。驚いたな。
It's like, what's that supposed to mean,
お前
Baka?
ってすごく気が利く。
何
Yeah.
よ、
Mm-hmm.
その意外なものを見たって目は。あなたね、人のことどんな
Typical
風に
Megas.
思ってたのよ。
Basically.
いや、どんな風って。
I thought she was like a storm coming and going in a flash.
エミヤ君が何を考えようと勝手だけ
Oh,
ど。
you do.
とにかく、マトの問題は私が解決するから。あなたは夜までおとなしくしてなさいよね。
Okay.
了解。ここは遠坂に甘えて、セイバーと鍛錬でもしてる。
I get up and head to the door. Lunch break is almost over, so I should go back soon.
じゃあな、遠坂。また明日ここで落ち合おう。
ええ、お互いの成果を交換し合うってことで。ああ、けどエミヤ君、
What's up? Sakura grins. Oh no, what devilish plan do you have in store? It's bad when she smiles like that. I get this bad feeling and hurry to the door, but...
鍛錬っていうのはどうかと思うわよ。
What do you mean?
時間がいっぱいあるなら他にすることあるんじゃない？
Oh, like hang out with Sakura?
例えば、同じ屋根の下にいる女の子を構ってあげるとか。
Why are you playing matchmaker now? That's weird, bro. I'm interested to see why Rin is so different here. She seemed to have never given a crap about Sakura before. I mean, I guess circumstances in this route have forced that because she's out of the Mato household. Things are weird with the Matos. Like, yeah. I'm within her range.
何言ってんだバカ。さくらはそんなんじゃなくて、俺はシンジがテンパってる間だけうちに泊めて様子を見ようって。
あら、私はセイバーを少しは休ませてあげなさいって言ったんだけど。
Oops.
意外ね。
You devil. You knew it.
女の子って言ったらさくらが一番に上がるんだ。
She grins. I can feel my face burning. I feel like my brain is boiling. I have steam to come out, shooting out of my ears.
なんてね。冗談よ。さっきのお返し、気に入った？
No!
お前な、こんなの気に入るやつがいたら神経どうかしてる。
Strength escapes my body. I feel like a marionette whose strings have been cut.
そっか。エミヤ君の弱点だもんね。冗談にしてはタチが悪かったか。
Yeah, horny is the big weakness for Emiya, Shiro.
タチが悪いのは遠坂本人だ。
はいはい。どうぞ先に行ってて。
Wow.
私はもうちょっと笑ってるから。
What the frick, man?
また明日な。
Slams the door. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I stalk back into the building, slamming the door behind me. Damn! Tosaka's starting to have fun by mocking me. What does she mean by me liking it? First of all, what have I done to deserve this kind of treatment? Alright, school's over. Woo! Oh my god, it's already almost evening, dude. The day part of this chapter went, the day part of this day went fast. School ends and I quickly head home. Since all the after-school clubs have been cancelled, the front gate is crowded with students. I look around, but I don't see Tosaka. I bet she's already heading to the Mato household.
先輩、誰か探しているんですか？
Oh, hi, Sakura.
いや、単に学校を見てただけだよ。こんな風に生徒全員が下校するって珍しいだろ。
そうですね。けど、そのおかげで今日は一緒に帰れます。
Ooh,
帰
nice.
りは商店街に寄っていきますか？
We can actually, like, hang out with Sakura walking together? Now that's wholesome.
晩飯のおかずを買って帰ろう。しばらく藤姉は来れないらしいから、俺とさくらとセイバーの3人分。
Yeah, man. I hope we get to see at least a little bit of the scene. That's... Oh, what's gonna happen if Ilya shows up, though? We stop by the park after shopping. There's no one here. No children playing around. No silver-haired girl in a coat. Nice.
公園、誰もいませんね。
Nope.
ここ、あんまり使われていないんですか？
It's pretty barren and desolate. Just like your heart. I'm sorry. I'm just being real, man. I gotta make some levity out of some dark shit in this game.
最近はそうみたいだ。俺が子供の頃は日が落ちるまで誰かいたもんだけど、今は休みの日でもない限りこんなもんらしい。
そうですか。なんだか寂しいですね。
Oh yeah, it is, man. I agree and look up at the sky. The evening sky. The matter red sky without any birds looks lonely, just like the park.
戻るか。せっかくの休みだし、たまにはゆっくりしないとな。
We leave the park. With an energetic reply, Sakura follows after me. Time to create a magnificent dinner. Oh gosh, interlude already, huh? Oh, nice! Okay, this is gonna be interesting. And the girl, Tosaka Rin, reaches her destination, the Mato household. The workshop of the old family of magi who came to this town 200 years ago. Even though her family gave them lands as a cooperator, the Mato family are outsiders. They never concerned themselves with. The two families formed a non-aggression pact and bound themselves to not be concerned with each other's affairs. He walks on, uncaring. There was a pact forbidding the two families to associate. It was broken 11 years ago, right? It was originally formed by the heads of the two families. They had abided by it for 200 years, though its purpose had been forgotten. Neither Tosaka nor Mato obtained the Holy Grail during that time. The pact was made to obtain the Holy Grail, but since their wish never came true, there is no reason to follow such an ancient pact now. She strides through the front door without ringing the doorbell. She did not come here as a guest. She is here as a master, to eliminate one of her competitors in the game.
そうなんだけどさ。
Rin searches through the Mato household with a sour expression. The Holy Grail War provided her with a reason to come here. Hopefully she discovers the worm pit. Maybe notices some fishy stuff's going on in this household. Therefore, she is not bound by the pact between their families. Even though she persuades herself, she cannot change her personality.
そっか。父さんの言いつけを破ったのってこれが初めてなんだ。
Interesting first time for this. She mutters to herself, but it's nothing special. It's not like something important was destroyed by disobeying her father. If she regrets anything...
どうせ破るのならもっと早くに押しかければよかったのに。
It's the remorse towards someone who has endured it for over 10 years.
リン、屋敷の間取りだが空白部分が2つある。
え？どこよそれ？1階
？2階からだ。階段にしては狭い。
Yep, there we go. We're gonna go to the worm area.
地下に通じている。
オッケー。ところでアーチャー。
当然だ。だが害はあるまい。リンが無視する限りは私も気にかけん。
She nods to his words and goes to the second floor. What do they feel? Another presence? Even though the Red Knight is not visible, he is by her side. She brought him in case of combat, but it seems he takes notice of small details. After traversing the house once, he has come up with a blueprint and can point out where the empty spaces are. Ren has come to realize that Archer is skilled in analyzing the design and structure of objects. I wonder why! Projection sure is an interesting ability.
前から思ってたけど、あなたのそれって
Nope.
アーチャーとしてどうかと思う長所よね。
減らず口は後だ。そら、開いたぞ。
They stop talking. From the opening in the wall, damp air flows out of the pathway to the basement. The rotten smell is unbearable even for Archer, who has not taken form. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about to get weird. They come down to a damp stone paving. Murky, greenish darkness engulfs them. The numerous holes must be to bury dead people. In these stone chambers, the corpses decompose and fade away, leaving the holes empty to await their next occupant. It is like the process of burial above ground. The only difference is the process of decomposition. It is not the soil that decomposes the corpse here, but the writhing mass of worms.
ここがマト。マキリの修練場。
She gets dizzy. It's not because of disgust or chill. It is anger that causes her to shudder repentant vomit. This is the training ground. A place like this is used as a training ground. The space containing rotten moisture, the smell of corpses, and infinite worms is the room given to the successor of the Mato family. What can one learn in such a place? The only thing here is breeding stock. Worms to breed, worms to raise, worms to train. The people of Mato have trained, urged, and bred their successor with these worms. Disgusting. How different is this world from her own? The cold-hearted ways, the difficulty of the tasks, and the pain of the engraved magic circuit. She's not comparing the severity as a successor. If one is to talk about the burden, sufferings, and the harshness, hers is incomparable, right? She overcame more difficulties and hardships than anyone. That is why she's a Genius Magus and an Avenger 1. User of the 5 elements that the Magic Association... Yay, penis worms. That the Magic Association is accepting as a scholarship student. If one orders her to command the worms in this room, she'll be able to create a superior spell in half a year. Ren can create a spell that the successor of the Mato family has been able to create even after 10 years. But this method of learning is madness. If asked whether she could withstand being violated by these worms, she can only hesitate. Right? The inheritance of the magic here is not a study, but a torture. A magic that is taught not to the mind, but to the body. That is how the Makuris pass on their magic, and that is the preference of the old Magus, Mato Zouken. Therefore, to be chosen as the successor of the Mato family means to be tortured forever.
分かってる。ここに造剣はいないわ。私が来たから逃げたのか。他に
Are we gonna see Shinji and Ryder?
どっちにしろこれといった手がかりもないし。
She leaves the stone room, suppressing her urge to scream. Her footsteps fade. After that, the worms swarm around what she has vomited out. Gross, man. She returns to the ground floor. Her business finished, she makes for the door and...
Shinji. そこにいるんでしょ? 隠れても無駄よ。
Great. Oh no, what's gonna happen here? She calls out to the person hiding in the other secret pathway.
どうさかお前
さっきまで無視して帰るつもりだったけど気が変わったわ。
Oh.
少し話をしましょう、マト君。
Yikes. Mato Shinji glares at Rin, but follows her request. He is obviously afraid of her. His fear is not because of facing a master and a servant, but rather because of the threatening attitude she's taking.
ふざけんなよお前。僕は話なんてない。大体な、遠坂はマトに口出ししない決まりだろ。何勝手にやってきてんだよお前は。
あら、私たち同じ学校の生徒でしょ。
Nice.
遊びに来てもおかしくないと思うけど。
Nice way. I love like when you flip logic like that.
笑わせるな。鍵を壊して入ってきて散々家を荒らしたくせに遊びに来たって。父親が死んでから礼儀も何もなくなったって聞いてたけど本当だな。頭悪いよね。いつから強盗の真似事を始めたんだい？遠坂の人間は。
So I guess it's true that you lost your mind after realizing you have no magic circuits. What a pack of losers. Since when did the Mato family start acting like losers? Fucking bitch. Checkmate.
そう見えた？ならそれも悪くないわね。盗むものなんてここにはないけど、強盗ってあれでしょ？盗みに入った時、見つかったら暴れ回るから強盗っていうのよね。
Ren's passive aggressiveness is scary.
ねえ、それなら本当に真似をしてもいい気分よ。
She's joking, but she isn't smiling at all. Tosaka Ren is coldly staring at Mato Shinji, who has his back to the wall.
バカ。違うぞ。僕は関係ない。造剣とは関係ない。あのジジイが何をしてるかなんて僕は今まで知らなかったんだ。
どうだか。ならなんでマスターになんてなったのよ。
それは。
A gritting sound. Even though he is cornered by Tosaka, he swallows his words. He was willing to tell her anything she wanted to know about the old man. This girl's dangerous right now. There's no telling what she will do if he keeps quiet. In the worst case, she might simply kill him out of rage.
それは
But he can't say it. Telling her why he became a master is like asking for death. Even if...
なら言ってあげる。単に魔術師の真似事をしたかっただけなのよ。自分は落ちこぼれだから魔術師にはなれないから。
I'd love to see it.
聖杯の力で魔術師に
Now we just need to burn Shinji at the stake and he can truly be roasted like the scum he is.
それ以外に目的なんてない。あんたは無力な自分を隠すために欲しくもない証を欲しがっただけの臆病者よ。
Something trivial for others.
遠坂お前。
違う？マトの家に生まれながらあなたには魔術回路がなかった。けどそれはあなたのせいじゃないわ。もともとマトの血は薄れていた。だっていうのにあなたはそれに固執した。特別であることが特別だなんて勘違いをして、しなくてもいいないものねだりをした。そんなことで魔術回路を得たところで魔術師にはなれないっていうのに。
知ったような口を叩くな。ふざけんなよ。僕が魔術師になれないだと。そんなことお前にどうしてわかるって言うんだ。
The fact that Rin can just destroy someone from a psychological level by just like, that's some scary stuff, really, when you think about it. Goodness, man. She's got the Johan energy from Monster.
わかるわよ。断言してもいいけど、聖杯を得たところであなたは魔術師にはなれない。
Especially with this passive-aggressive, calm attitude of just completely psychologically destroying them. I love it.
だって才能がないもの。そのあたりがエミヤ君との違うところ。
That stings. That's gonna sting. His jaw drops. That name is unexpected for Mato Shinji. It's fine if Tosaka Rin opposes him as a master. He expected that. But it cannot be possible for Emi Shiro's name to come from her lips. He is just an amateur. He isn't from a family or magi, nor is he suited to be a master. It's too much for him to have Saber, so why is his name coming out of Tosaka Rin's mouth?
なんだよ。やめろよな、遠坂。なんで？
彼があなたより強いから。それに魔術師としての素質がある。
Wow, I need to replay Shinji's line. Sorry about skipping it. I didn't mean to.
エミやシロは持っている。
Can I just say that Shinji's VA is given an absolutely outstanding performance in this game? Hopefully I can get to
あなたと同じようにエミヤ君にも魔術師としての才能はないわ。けど彼には魔術師としてやっていける絶対的な素質がある。それだけは他の誰にも負けない。彼が一番足りうるところよ。
It's cool to see Rin just being completely honest about Shiro here. She doesn't have to put up that tsundere wall.
一番だって。あいつが？笑わせるな、遠坂。
So you gotta hear that line.
なんだよ。やめろよな、遠坂。なんで？なんだってお前がエミヤのことなんて口にするんだよ。
God, that voice acting is incredible.
あいつにあって僕にないものなんてない。何もないのはあいつの方だ。あいつなんてただ運よくセーバーと契約できただけの野良犬じゃないか。
He is a lucky bastard, but he's got a lot more than you. For one, he has friends. Oh! Shinji's hatred for Shiro must have blown his fears away as he now faces Rin straight on. The girl sighs and shrugs her shoulders.
これだけ言ってもわからないようじゃ本当に処置なしね。
You
少しは責任を
dude!
取らせようと思ったけど、
Ow!
あなたにはその価値さえない。
Emotional
ここで見逃
damage!
してあげるから、エミヤ君にやられる前に教会にでも逃げ込みなさい。
She turns her back on him, telling him she has no business here. She heads for the door, not even bothering to treat Shinji as an enemy.
僕がエミヤに劣るだって。
Yeah. His voice burns with hatred, but he can do nothing but watch her go. He'll surely be killed if he attacks her here. Even Mato Shinji can see the difference in their powers. Good, he's not an idiot.
お前。
Yeah, even with Ryder, I don't think it's a great idea to just go. Like, I'm pretty sure Rin and Emiya would be well more than enough. The voice filled with deep resentment.
もうしょうがないな。
She stops and says goodbye to the boy that used to be the successor.
いいわ。最後に教えてあげる。自分以外のために先を目指すもの。自己よりも他者を顧みるもの。そして誰よりも自分を嫌いなもの。これが魔術師としての素質ってやつよ。どんなに才能があったところで、それがないものには到達できないところがある。
That's such an interesting That's really cool. Like, I could definitely see that. I know that technically all of these qualities embody Tosaka, Sakura, and Shiro, but I wanted to say that I think Rin embodies, at the very most, going farther for others' sake. Then Shiro embodies think of others before themselves, and Sakura embodies and those who hate themselves more than anyone. Like, I know those traits are kind of go hand in hand with all three, but I think that's a cool way to look at it.
私だってそんな条件を満たしている奴がいるなんて思ってもみなかった。
Dude,
こればっかりは生まれつき壊れてないとモテない矛盾だから。
seriously, don't fuck with Rin. Like, she will... You're not gonna be the same after getting burned by her, man.
シンジ、あんたは他人を蔑むことで同時に抱かなくてもいい劣等感を抱いた典型よ。自分が好きなあまり周りを下に見たものの見下す相手が上にいるものだから、つまらない劣等感にとらわれただけ。
This is so satisfying. This psychological tormented breakdown of Shinji. If you haven't seen it, I really do recommend watching the anime Monster. It has one of my favorite villains in anime history, and the villain has this kind of like this level of ability of understanding others and using it against them. It's fantastic.
あなたの中身は空っぽよ。詰まっているように思えるのは本人だけで、正体は風船と一緒。
Like, I cannot tell you just how much Rin is reminding me of Johan right now.
行き着く先なんてくるくる変わる。理解した？そんな男に魔術師なんて務まらないし。
That's the unfortunate part right there. One part that Rin's wrong.
ここから先はあなたには関係のない世界よ。マトシンジがどんなに自分をマスターだと言い張っても、あなたは絶対にマスターにはなれないんだから。
Sound of retreating footsteps. Tosaka Rin leaves Mato Shinji alone in the dark room. Yeah, he heard the one thing that wasn't true. He drops down the wall. Mato Shinji crumples down like a puppet with its strings cut and keeps laughing. Dude, he's broken. His tongue licks over dry lips, a dull sound. The boy smacks his head hard against the wall behind him as if trying to break his skull. Oh my god! In short. Oh yeah, just go kill Shiro, you know, yeah. His laughter continues. Shut the fuck up. Shinji, no one likes your ass.
じゃあ行くぞ、桜。せーの、じゃんけん。
Wow, they're playing rock, paper, scissors. Stick out a clenched fist. Sakura extends an open palm. I have rock and Sakura has paper. Oh! Look at my fist. I did it again. Why do I always use rock as my first move?
それじゃあ夕食の支度は私ということで、先輩はのんびりテレビでも見ててください。
Oh. Sakura skips off to the kitchen. She must be happy that she gets to make dinner all by herself.
仕方ないか。勝った方が飯を作る約束だもんな。
What mood whiplash, though? I take off my apron and sit down. I don't know about other people, but cooking dinner seems like a favorite pastime for us. It's not really true for me, but Sakura always wants to cook by herself. That's good in a way, but as her senpai, I can't let her do all the work. So when we're both bored, like today, we fight over who gets to cook.
やることないし、お茶飲もう。
Shiro need to relax? What is this? Hollow ataraxia? At least I assume, because that game is apparently wholesome as hell. I brewed some tea and sit at the table. Saber's sleeping in my room, and Fujine won't be coming since she's working overtime. Sakura and I are the only ones here. Am I watching her because I have nothing to do? Sakura's moving briskly about the kitchen, and she looks like she's having fun. Her familiar hair and her crimson ribbon. She handles the plates. She holds the heavy kitchen knife and places the cabbage on the cutting board. Wow. She cuts it with a yell. Sakura tenses up every time she starts to cut something, but she keeps cooking like she's used to it after that. I watch it absent-mindedly. The evening living room. The daily life here with Sakura, where time passes slowly. I suddenly realize how hard this life is to obtain. It must be because I'll be going to battle at night. I finally realize how important this time is for me. There we go. Yeah, boy! We're really getting there. We're really progressing. Shiro's truly understanding how much Sakura means to him, and that's important. That's very important. Oh, I love this. I don't know what Mato Zouken is planning, but I won't let him touch her. I've come in contact with Sakura too many times through the past few days, causing me to be bewildered about her change. I thought I was confused by her femininity, but that's wrong. If I'm confused, it started long before that. I hear her humming in the kitchen. These simple, trivial things are important to me. I pour myself a third cup of tea and watch the red-tinted scenery. Yeah, you can tell Shiro is falling in love. A part of romance is the attraction and lust, but he's finally feeling the true love aspect and understanding. I'm really liking this. You can really tell how much he's fallen for her. Maybe there's some alcohol in the tea, because the passing time feels slow and tender. Alright, nighttime, meaning things are gonna go south again. The town falls asleep. It's just past 10 o'clock, but it seems like it's midnight. It must be because of all the unexplained comas. There are no lights and nobody is walking about. Yes, it's gonna be an interesting one. Yeah. Exactly. A clue, huh? I'm not positive, but... Shit. Alright, this seems like an important choice. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a different kind of answer. Let's go investigate the park. Because that's different, you know? Maybe that's gonna get me a game over, but, you know. Let's do it.
昨日の公園ぐらいかな。犯罪者は現場に戻るっていうし、もしかしたら
もう一度あの影が現れると、マスター。仮に幸運にもあの影と遭遇したとして、どうするのです。その場で倒せれば良いのでしょうが、万が一取り逃がした場合、あの影を見つけるのはさらに困難になります。
I don't want to pick Ryota temples because we always go there so many
根本的な
times.
解決になっていないと思うのですが。
Saber's right. We don't even know what that shadow is, so we shouldn't be trying to find the shadow right now. We should rather be trying to find out what it is and where it's coming from.
なら竜道寺かな。今にして思うと、キャスターの様子はどこか変だった。
Oh, does this...
あそこにはまだ何かある気がする。
Does the choice even matter then?
はい。あの山には不吉な気配が満ちています。この町で最も霊的な手が加えられているのはあの土地ですから。あの影とは別に一度調べてみる価値はある。
Weird.
なら決まりだ。早速行こう。
Does that affect like points or something? We walk to the gate. We can reach the temple in an hour if we hurry. We don't have any time to lose, but...
Saber?
Saber's looking at the outbuilding. He's looking at Sakura's room where Sakura should now be sleeping.
Shiro, 戦いに赴く前に話があります。
There we go, some weird...
その朝の続きなのですが。
Oh no.
朝って桜のことか。
はい。桜は自責の念が強すぎる。起きてしまったこと、犯してしまった間違いを彼女は未来ではなく現在で償おうとする嫌いがあります。
Whenever this music plays, just the scene hits different, man. And she's not wrong. It's as if Sakura knows things aren't going to last forever, as if her life is not long for this world. She really is trying to atone in the present, to do everything that she can. She must be talking about the quarrel they had yesterday. Saber said Sakura was right, so Sakura had no reason to worry about it, but Sakura said she was still at fault, went and apologized to Saber, and had Saber apologize to her instead. Sakura and Saber. Saber must be worried about the difference in their thought process.
それはどういう。
さくらは自分を責めすぎるのです。
Yep.
過ちを正すことより悔いることを強要している。だから汚名を返上しようとするのではなく、汚名を刻みつけようとしてしまう。良くも悪くも彼女は自分を重くしている。
I feel like the game's just roasting me as I read it. Everything hits too close to home. She talks with disgust. It sounds like she's talking about herself more than about Sakura. That's, yeah! I never really thought that they could be foils a little bit. At least a little bit. God, that's so interesting.
昨夜、私はそれを強く感じました。シローと共にいる時の彼女が特別で、
Yeah.
普段はもっと別のものではないのかと。
Only when she is with you.
あなたといる時だけ自責の念から解放されている。
Because we've never truly seen Sakura completely alone before. Saber makes a fantastic point. We've never seen her alone before. She behaves differently in other circumstances, yeah. Oh lord. That is the source of her concern. Sakura should be able to live with pride without needing to rely on another.
そうか。確かに、さくらは内気すぎるからな。俺も気をつけてみる。
I'm getting bad vibes, homie. Now that Saber mentions it, it's not healthy for a girl Sakura's age to always be busy helping around the house. She says it's fun to be here, but should at least go outside to hang out once in a
あり
while.
がとう、セイバー。さくらを心配してくれて。聖杯戦争に関係ないさくらを気にかけてくれたのはすごく嬉しい。
Dude, Saber's smile can cure cancer. It is so cute. Oh.
自責に駆られる彼女の気持ちは私にもあったものです。
Yeah. Dude,
ですから他人事には思えなかったのでしょう。
I love how so many of these characters in this series can relate to another in such fascinating ways. It creates so much depth. It's so good.
待てよ、セイバー。一緒に行こう。
We head to the gate together. We head outside within the silence, trying not to wake Sakura up. Only when she's with Shiro, eh? We climb over the no trespassing fence into the temple. The Ryudo temple is now treated as important material evidence in the Kotomine incident, and no one is allowed to enter. The night air is not any different. It's warm, and it smells like ripe fruit.
中に入るぞ、セイバ
はい。シローも気をつけて。
ー。分かってる。危険を察知したらすぐに教えてくれ。
We go through the compound and climb up to the entryway. The wooden hallway is dark, and the floor creaks with each step.
とりわけ変わったものはないか。セイバー、どうだ？
私も同じです。ですがこの一帯が異常なのは確かです。この山に踏み入った時から私たちは異なる常識に取り込まれている。これだけ魔力が満ちていながら異常を感じないことこそが異常と言えるでしょう。
そうだな。よし、もう少し調べてみよう。この寺。
No, don't go to the lake.
池があるんだ。あっちの方にもいくつか建物がある。
Oh, no. Going to the lake is... Oh, God. That's where things are going to happen. It is said that a dragon lives in that lake. There may be a clue at the place people consider holy. We go out into the hallway and head behind the temple. At that instant... Yikes. Aha, assassin's here. I'm shoved back into the temple by Saber. I realize Saber has pushed me, trying to go back out into the hallway, and the exit is shut firmly by Saber. Oh no, we can't even get in there. I bang on the door. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but the door is as hard to steal. Okay, this is not exactly good, Saber. Why are you... The door refuses to budge even when I throw my weight against it. And then from the other side of the steel-like door... Oh, I guess she could just tell that much because the weapon was aimed at Shiro. That's exactly why. I could see why Zouken wants him dead.
敵ってなんだあの影が
Nope.
違います。ですがマスターにとって天敵と言えるサーバントです。
Especially, yeah, I can see why she did it now.
あなたが戦場にいては守りきれない。
Totally.
あのサーバントアサシンには一騎打ちで臨まなければ先にマスターを叩かれてしまう。
アサシンだって
I didn't even sense him. Even though the air is strange here, a servant's presence is a different matter. The magical energy should be apparent if a servant takes form near us. Even if he hid his presence, I should be able to tell, let alone Saber.
一撃で決着をつけます。それまでそこを離れないでください。
Saber's presence fades. Her footsteps are loud. She must have repelled the assassin's attacks as she charged within range. I look around. I pick up a stick that's about the size of a wooden sword and strengthen it immediately. Shiro, you stubborn mule. I have to make this into a sword and break open this door. Trace on. An ominous feeling of mysterious uneasiness fills my mind. This place. It feels like a fatal mistake to leave Saber by herself on this mountain, so I have to hurry and okay, that's ominous. Oh. Okay. The lights go out. No, there was no light to begin with. Moonlight has been blocked off by clouds. What? I smell something. A smell of rotten meat and sounds of bugs flying around. Excuse me? Oh no, well that means Zouken's around.
Mato Zouken.
Yeah, what the hell is he even doing? I glare into the darkness. You son of a... You were planning this. You fucking crack addict. A snicker. Boy, he must be hungry. It's that old Magus. He's hiding somewhere.
Saber.
I ready the strengthened weapon. Everything went dark and it just went silent. We're Assassin and Saber right now. They should be fighting. I have no fear even with a centuries-old monster in front of me. The only thoughts in my mind are of concern for Saber. Oh man, why do they gotta do it like that? Wait, what? The interludes with those two? All of that happened in the span of a minute? Okay. Alright, game. She runs across the hallway to corner the skull. Yeah, where are they? The 15 meters between them have been reduced to 5. Saber should be able to close in with one step and slash her enemy along with the skull mask. Man, Assassin's really cool. But the enemy knows that as well. He uses projectile weapons because he knows he will be no match at close range. And he retreats because he does not want her coming near him. Although not as fast as Saber, the skull still retreats with the speed of a running beast. He slithers across the floor, not slowing down even at the corners. Does he have eyes on the back of his head, or is the mask on the back of his head? Yeah, it is really creepy, man. Assassin steadily retreats from his opponent, maintaining the distance between them. A spray of sparks. 3 daggers are released without any motion, but have no effect against Saber. Like Lancer, Saber has protection against projectile weapons. Lancer reads the course of the projectile attack using the sound of cutting air and the enemy's murderous intent. Saber uses the sound of cutting air and her own instincts. Imperceivable attacks are not much of a threat against heroic spirits. It is those attacks that cannot be blocked, even when detected and understood, they are the fatal ones. In that regard, Lancer's lance is appropriate to be called a noble phantasm. A weapon that always strikes the heart cannot be blocked merely by knowing about it. If one is to oppose that demonic lance, one must prepare a shield overwhelming the magical energy of the lance. Have great enough luck to change the fate determined by the lance, yep. Or prevent him from using the lance in the first place, yep. Compared to that, Assassin's daggers are easy to manage. They can be fatal if they strike any vital points, but they are no different from throwing stones. Over 40 dirks have been thrown. Having used up his supply of daggers, Assassin finally stops. If this is all a trap, then what's the game here? Killing Shiro should be easy enough, but... Saber stomps as well, hesitating. The enemy that did not want her to come close is stopped. There is something for sure, and an ominous feeling surrounds Assassin. This is no situation where she can step in without care. Saber knows it is best to kill Assassin now, but she takes a step back in spite of that. She should not advance. She got an ominous feeling in the air. The instincts she has sharpened over the years that have kept her alive for a long time. Those instincts are screaming. Do not advance. Stay away from the deep darkness. No, you haven't. I don't know why that image is so creepy, but what's the play here? What's the game? Yeah, you wanting her to come closer is a trap. Saber does not answer and raises her sword a bit. She points her sword at her enemy. There are 7 meters between them. It will take 2 steps to get close enough to strike. As a swordsman, she must close in on her opponent, but she has a secret technique that can be used at all ranges. Though it can be used only once. Are you gonna pop it? Assassin's black cloak flutters. He has no idea where the wind is coming from. Assassin's voice is strong and clear, in contrast to his appearance. Saber narrows her eyes, thinking that his voice is similar to that of Lancer's. Badass. Love that retort. Skull laughs in agreement. What can he do? Throwing black daggers at an opponent armed with an invisible sword. Assassin keeps on laughing, being displayed with a great difference in the strength of their noble phantasms and their level as heroic spirits. Oh yeah. So... Yeah, yeah. I really like how the music starts slowly fading as his voice line starts to end. So was the game plan here always just get Shiro? Because I mean, that's actually smart. That's really smart. I gotta give Assassin some props for that, but I wonder if Zouken helped come up with that plan. Oh, gross, man. Light emanates from Saber's sword, or rather the golden sword is revealing its true shape. You're gonna go Excalibur on his ass. The black cloak sinks. The prey he was supposed to lure in turns out to have a projectile attack. There's no place for schemes now. If Saber intends to kill Assassin without coming close, then he must close the distance himself to kill her first. Oh. I just have a really bad feeling about all of this. I just feel like everything's gonna go awry. The skull mask crawls on the ground. It looks like a spider on a wall. The compressed wind becomes a swirl of vacuum about to be released at Assassin. He must be insane. Does he think he can survive the fatal whirlwind simply by lying on the ground? What's your game here? Saber raises her sword. He cannot withdraw even when he is talking. Saber is staring at Assassin. Even if Assassin were to teleport, she would kill him before it even took place. Zouken's too smart. I feel like once he actually decides to play the game with the cards in his hand, he really plays the game. Is this all a complete ruse? Her sword is raised above her head. With the attack poised to strike, Assassin crawls even lower. See, I told you there was gonna be something. There's that just like Shiro, never thought of the idea of protecting themselves. Ugh. An inquiring voice to that. Is there enough time? If you're gonna pop Excalibur, do it, do it, do it! Saber replies with a single attack. The match is decided. The windstorm is like a heavenly dragon, its serpentine body winding about to devour its prey. There's no chance of defense or evasion. This is like Lancer's Lance. This is a blow that cannot be blocked unless one has more magical energy than invisible air. Assassin's magical energy is far short of Saber's. The only way for him to survive the attack was to prevent Saber from releasing it. But that is too late. The whirlwind has been released. His black cloak will be torn to shreds a mere second after the blade descends. The dislocation of death closes in with a swirl. With that in front of him. What? Assassin charges at the wave of vacuum with a yell of delight. Zanbia? Sabania? I wonder how that works. Is Assassin technically the weakest on the surface, but the strongest in practice? Because this is some weird shit. Oh, the neck! An attack aimed for the neck. Saber repels it at once, and the black figure vaults overhead to land behind her. In a flash, he turns and slashes behind her, but Assassin has already jumped out of range. At the same time, the ominous presence she has been feeling has covered the ground beneath her. Oh no. Shadow expands. The mud-like pollution invades on her silver. Oh, of course he had that. Are you serious? Oh god, I feel like Zouken just was like, I win, Keikaku Dori, right when he got Assassin. Oh shit. What's your other ability? Darkness swallows the pathway, a shadow that does not even reveal itself in spite of the white moonlight. And what the fuck is that? It's like red-black goo. He sees it dimly through the haze of her fading consciousness. Oh, he looks so cool. Yeah, what is that? What is that? She cannot even hear Assassin's words. She would disappear in a matter of seconds. What? This shadow swallows servants. Her body detests it before her fading mind. Is it similar to the one shadow? I mean, it has the same color scheme. She does not care how. She has to escape even if she has to use all her magical energy. Only her feet have been engulfed. If she fights with all her power, she can still break free, but Assassin's there, that's the problem. Even if she may lose most of her magical energy in both her feet, escaping the shadow is the top priority now. But... okay, if this route has the balls, like the actual titanium platinum balls to just take Saber out here, I would be genuinely surprised. The shadow is not her only enemy. The skull watching Saber get swallowed is death that finishes her off. What kind of 8D chess, man? What? This... Is the shadow working with you? The shadow keeps invading. Her existence rots from her feet. Is it like sucking out of her all her life? She cannot feel her toes or her feet. Her legs are already something that does not exist in this world. Oh, it's just completely erasing her. Allel. Yikes. It's the worse the more proper and good you are, I guess.
それは惜しい。むざむざお前を消滅させては私の目的は果たせない。
Do you get something for taking her heart?
私がもらう。
お前が私を。
おかしいか。探検はそこをつき、私とて影には近づけ。
He has the Zabania. Murderous intent lights up the skull. Can I just say how fucking cool the assassin is? Like, I really like him. He's really cool. Faint. Yeah, it was his arm that did it, wasn't it? Faint traces of magical energy gather in his right arm. He like flung it in and stabbed. What the hell? It's like cloaked. A stick. Assassin's right arm is a stick. It's so thick. Deformed arm without a hand cannot be used as an arm. You cannot hold a dagger, nor can it be used to strike someone. But now that arm bends. Gross! The snap of breaking bone. It flaps like a tattered wing. That extends its range, that's for sure. It is an abomination. That's crazy. That's crazy cool. What a long arm. The club stump at its end was actually the elbow. The arm was folded back at the elbow with the hand stitched to assassin. What? That's a long ass arm, man. Gross. But practical and unknown. Okay, so you can stretch it out like Luffy and like take your heart, Kalimar style. Saber's mind freezes. It'll reach. That arm can reach her. It will reach her and rip out her heart. His arm flaps, sending a shudder through her body, and first arm is thrust like a lance. This game had the balls. You're kidding me. You're kidding. Dude, this route doesn't, I don't know what the hell's happening anymore. I don't know what am I reading? Sound of cutting meat and gushing blood. Her blood drips onto the floor, staining the shadow and crimson. What the fuck, man? Nasu decided, hey, well, let's make the final route the darkest one, and let's just do everything the player would not expect. Let's just kill every character off really fast. Introduce new characters, kill those. Like, what the hell is even happening? Madness leaks out from the skull mask. The outstretched arm is stained red. After finishing its job, the arm folds back to assassin. I cannot believe it. Is Assassin the true... Assassin's been the true threat all along. Zouken, you've claimed some of the biggest W's in this Grail War now. Oh no, Zouken's a huge threat. And is severed at the elbow. Gross, man. Because Saber's a savage. Her upraised sword falls to the ground. Assassin's cursed arm did not reach Saber. It didn't? Saber's sword has cut the cursed arm before it could gouge out the reflected image of her heart. That's insane! Saber, that's why we love you! Okay, Nasu, things are going fine. Things are going according to plan. All things are gonna go okay. No matter how cornered she may be, Assassin's noble phantasm is not enough to kill Saber. No, she has blocked Lancer's lance, which reverses cause and effect. She cannot allow herself to be defeated by this cursed arm. Oh god, it's all the way up to her torso now. But that is her last act of resistance. She has put the power to escape into the attack, letting the stuff consume her. She has no power to escape now, and even if she did, it is too late. The ominous presence now emanates from within herself. The shadow has invaded her legs and is now up to her waist. She is becoming part of this darkness which swallows up even the moonlight. Is she gonna disappear? Just be like, oh man, that's even worse. I don't want to see that. Then everything is too late. The shadow creeps up. As her vision fades, the silver swordsman... Are you serious? I had a moment of false hope again. Why is being a Saber fan just suffering? Why can't we just have anything happy? Manages one last apologetic gasp before sinking into the deep mud. Great. Well, Saber's gone. I hate you, Zouken, so much. Good villain, though. Mato Zouken is standing there, his figure just like before, his body, which Archer sliced in two before my eyes, is whole once more. I just gotta see what happens. Like, I want to reflect on everything, but I just gotta see what happens next. The old Magus that could only wait for death is laughing as if that event was an illusion. I don't know how he did it, but if he really did recover from that state, it's more on the level of restoration than recovery. It's not just healing a wound, it takes great magic to restore a piece of one's body that has been lost. Then isn't this called immortality? You'd think.
さて、そのような棒切れ一本で何をしようというのかな、小僧。
Yeah, Assassin's kind of injured, but without Saber, you haven't even used projection before? Oh no. I stand there while pointing the strengthened stick at Zouken. I can't charge at Zouken, nor can I retreat to follow Saber. If Zouken is immortal, a scrap of wood will never be able to match him.
わしを仕留めるか、サーバントの後を追うか。どちらにせよ、足を動かさねば始まるまいて。
Something is squirming around the old Magus as he speaks. No, it's not just his surroundings. The darkness itself is moving, blocking the moonlight. More worms. I can tell even though I can't see them. The darkness is probably swarms of worms. The walls of this temple are covered in something darker than darkness itself. This space is filled with the sound of creeping worms and the smell of rotten meat.
どうした？何をためらう？先日わしの腹を立ってくれたのはお主たちであろう。当坂の小娘と組んでわしを始末する腹ではなかったのか。
It's obvious that he's enjoying this. I can't fight off thousands of worms with just this stick. I'll be swallowed in those worms when Zouken gives the order. Or maybe I might be able to escape if I sprint for the exit. They are just worms, even if it's a horde of them. It should take them more than a few seconds to kill a human being. He's like, I'm patient. I've got everything going to plan.
Saber の帰還を信じて待ち続けるか、その武器でわしを仕留めるか、それとも我が虫どもを
That confident, huh? Damn, dude.
死に方を選ぶがよい。
Seems he has no intention of letting me go. The worms increase in number as we stand here glaring at one another. Then... This is gonna be a choice that gets me a game over, if I don't choose correctly. The Zouken trifecta. Would a command spell even work if she's been devoured by a gigantic shadow? Let's try it. That's the one I'm going with. That's just the one that makes the most sense to me. Should I use the command spell? I don't think Saber will lose to Assassin, but this situation is too ominous. We're fighting this ancient monster. It's too dangerous to have Saber by herself. Wow, he's that good at telling? He laughs, mocking me. He's looking down at me, not caring what plan I have. Fine, laugh all you want. If the command spell can answer the Master's wish, I am ready to use them all to bring Saber here. I concentrate on my left hand while glaring at Zouken. I have only one command. Summon Saber to my side. Even if he realizes what's happening, it's too late. Heat lights up in my left hand. The concentrated magical energy is released as I wish, and... It didn't work. What? His whole thing's disappearing. Yay, Saber's gone. Welcome to Heaven's Feel. I don't even know what I'm reading anymore. This is like the Game of Thrones of Fate. Like, what? That's... I love getting my... I love how insane this route is. I don't know what's gonna happen, and there are things that I could go, is that gonna happen? But I don't. But then Nasu does it because he's just insane like that. Why does it always have to be Saber, man? Why can't we Saber fans be happy? Like, what the fuck? This is like what, like not even a third through the game and she's gone? How are we even gonna get through this route? Oh no. I want to think it's because I failed. I want to think that I used it wrong because I don't know how to use it. Zouken nearly shit himself. He's like, wait a sec, what? He laughs. I hear wind in the distance like a death cry. I feel a pain on my left hand. My left hand is prickling. Assassin's gonna be coming, right? My command spell loses its heat as if it's bleeding. Yep, Saber's gone. I'm so sorry, Shiro. I have a bad feeling. 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 Pain on my left hand. The sound of wind has stopped. The old Magus is laughing with murderous intent that is almost visible. Yeah. I'm impressed, Zouken. You've really taken the stage as the master in this war already. That is... I don't know why that's so cool to me, that he's just... My brain stops, my vision freezes. What is this guy saying? It's just hard to believe, you know? What the hell is he talking about? My left hand hurts. My left hand certainly hurts, but my command spell is still there. It's fading, but it's still there. Then Saber should be coming in here any second now. Why do you call the Ryudoji Temple your holy land? I love it when Shiro gets pissed off like that. It's the best. I run. I charge at the enemy in front of me as if to shake off the ominous thought and the pain on my left hand. How is Shiro gonna get out of this? Exactly? He's got a stick? I probably chose the wrong choice. I charge at Zouken and swing my weapon with full force. I swing my weapon down onto his head. But something obstructs me and my whole body's flung away. Ouch! That's a big impact. Man just got the air knocked out of him. My back slams against the wall. I must have been hit in the stomach, as I can't breathe. Yikes, that's... oof. If you've ever been hit in the stomach before and it lost your breath from it, it is some of the most painful stuff you can feel. My back is numb as if scorched with fire. I hear worms crawling above my ear. Get up, dude, roll! Worms by the wall scatter to avoid being crushed by my landing. Even the squirmy sounds of a mocking tone. Zouken disappears, and in his place... Oh no, we got the bad end, didn't we? The white skull mask is smiling in the darkness. That must be the servant assassin, an assassin with a black outfit and a white mask appropriate for Mato Zouken. I'm going to die. Pain on my left hand, my numb mind. My heart accepts the death coming in the next moment and pounds loudly. And I accept the weapon thrown at my forehead, throat, heart, and stomach. Ah, all at once, all your vitals? Saber? A flash of silver light repels the weapons. The 4 daggers that tried to take my life are blocked with a sword. Oh, yeah! How did she survive that? There's only one person who would do such a thing. My left hand still hurts. The command spell is still there. Then, how did she do that? I raise my head. The one who has come to protect me from the white masked servant is... Huh? Nasu, stop giving me false sense of hope, please. Every time you do it, my lifespan shortens just like Zouken said. Hi, Ryder. Thank you. You're gonna be important in the route now. So, I hope, anyway. Can we learn your identity, please? It's been so long, man. Since we started the game. Oh, man. That Saber's really gone. I always get so excited like the game's gonna throw the curveball of, yeah, everything's okay. This isn't I guess we ain't reading a shonen, boys. We reading that whatever the hell this is. I don't even know what genre you could call this, besides a lot of genres. But... The servant dressed in black, just like Assassin. But why is she here? Shouldn't she need to be here as well?
Right.
And why save Shiro? That's interesting. There's no doubt about it. This is Shinji's servant, Ryder. Why is she here and why did she save me? That's... Okay, this is awesome. Because I want to learn more about her. Her being important in this route. Please, please, please. The skull answers Zouken's screamed command. Long hair flutters. Ryder silently turns to Assassin and... She confronts the daggers that are fired like rain. Yes, this is awesome. Finally, we get to root for Ryder. We get to root for her. Finally. They move too quickly for mere human eyes to follow. The masked figure leaps above the temple. He jumps from the wall to the ceiling, then from the ceiling to the floor, hurling daggers from each position. Coming from all directions, the daggers can neither be blocked nor avoided. The relentless onslaught carpets the floor in knives within seconds. Ryder can't manage this. You know how strong she is from the battle with Saber. Assassin's attack is something even Saber would have trouble blocking. It's natural for Ryder, who was defeated by Saber in one blow, not to be able to cope with the attack. The white skull mercilessly fires his weapons. It looks like an attack containing irritation. Yeah, it's pissed. It's been having a rough time defeating the servants today. Well, servant and then now servants. They realize the abnormality of the superiority is made clear. They have not hit her. Not a single one of the daggers has struck its target. Hell yeah, Ryder. The voice comes from overhead. Apparently out of the knives, Assassin looks down at his enemy with undisguised loathing. There. Exists one giant serpent. Whoa, dude, look at her hair and her... She looks so friggin' cool, man! She's like in this, like... What kind of position is that for battle, though? She kind of does look like a snake in the way her body's kind of like slithered out, curved. She does have curves though, dude. She thick. I mean, what? I can't believe it. So many. Ryder evaded the countless daggers with pure speed. It's different from when she saved me. Ryder avoided all the daggers while crawling on the ground, as if saying there was no need to repel them. She's... Dude, she's Spider-Man. We got it, boys. It's Spider-Man. Oh, she's stronger now? But how? That's cool. Please, I want that to happen. Assassin stares at Ryder while clinging to the ceiling. Ryder's different from before. Her magical energy and coercion is on a whole new level. Even if she's still not as strong as Saber, she's certainly stronger than Assassin. What is this, a Zenkai boost? Ryder doesn't answer, but her body sinks even lower. Man, she could beat the best game of, what's that game called? Damn it, you know the game where you there's a stick and it's really low and you have to go under it like by bending your back and walking. You know what I'm talking about, that. The instant I realize her movement is a gesture to aim at her prey. Ryder jumps up to the ceiling and Assassin jumps down to the floor, their blades clashing in midair. Finally, Ryder gets to be awesome. Oh! Right in the shoulder! Dislocate that son of a bitch. Dude, Assassin could be a boxer if he got a little bit buffer. I mean, look, the length of that arm just would really help out with, like, jabs. They land facing away from each other. Ryder is unwounded. In contrast, Ryder's dagger is piercing Assassin's shoulder. Really? Why not? That's cool, though. Assassin tries to pull out the dagger in his shoulder. Then, the clinking of chain links. Oh, she is so cool, man. Finally. Oh, finally she gets to be awesome. Ryder hurls Assassin through the air. Skull Mask lets out a scream of anguish, not saying a word. Ryder continues to mercilessly swing Assassin about the room. It's just like a flail. Unable to do anything, Assassin is smashed against every surface in the room. His limbs bending in all directions. Oh, Lord. I duck to avoid Assassin coming around with a whirlwind. Can I just say how satisfying this is to me? I'm loving this. This isn't on the level of being strong. After flailing Assassin to her content, she uses the centrifugal force and lets go. That's pretty based. It's a hammer throw. It do be like that. Assassin, his bones are broken. He's thrown in the wall head first. Oh my god. This is just satisfying, bro. I love it, man. I just need to take a second to just, you know, just take a moment to just chill. Losing Saber is just par for the course in this series, I guess. You can't be happy as a Saber fan. But finally, Ryder gets to be... It was just such wasted potential, but Nasu's like, no, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna use her. And now that's Pog! Okay, let's continue. I just was excited. Oh, what happened? He flies away. Like a piece of lifeless trash, the masked servant bounces through the compound out the gate and down the stairs, leaving a trail of blood behind him. You've been absolutely smashed. How brutal. I'm sure servants aren't so weak to die as to die from that, but he should be able to continue fighting at the very least. Zouken's presence disappears. The old Magus must think he is at a disadvantage since he flees after snarling a curse at Ryder. Yeah. He always seems to... Oh, and then the darkness fades. The worms that were squirming in the corner disappear, following their master. I mean, I guess we got some more... Ooh, what's wrong with... one sec, Shiro. I'm sorry, buddy. Get Ryder. Are her stats higher now? If you guys can confirm for me. I mean, I'm not sure, but they are then. Independent action. For a day, even after losing its master. That might come in handy, actually. Probably. Increases strength temporarily, an offensive ability that only devils and beasts possess. When activated, strength increases by 1 rank. The duration of the effect depends on the rank of superhuman strength. Still, okay. Oh yeah, we get to see this assassin now. Awesome. Lawful evil, eh? Presence concealment. Throwing daggers like a bullet. Curse handed down in Islam to ward off storms. Oh yeah, there's Zabaniya. The arm of curses. This is the arm of the evil spirit, Shaitan, and has the power to curse people to death. Using a cluster of ether, it creates a dual existence from the reflected figure of the target in a mirror that influences the real target. By killing the fake that affects the real, curses the target to death without putting a finger on the target. That's crazy stuff right there. So that's why he's able to kill Lancer. Assassination technique that ignores any strong physical defenses and destroys the heart. No matter how strong the target's armor, it is meaningless against the heartbeat of delusion. To resist the heartbeat of delusion rather than relying on Khan, it is essential to have enough magical energy to prevent him from creating dual existence. Interesting. It's a big range. But it is max target is 1. Okay. I'm brought back to my senses by the pain from my stomach where Assassin hit me. Only Ryder and I are in the temple now. I take a deep breath and try to calm down, and then I realize that the only pain I feel is in my stomach and back. Here we go. They're gonna do the emotional thing. Playing ever-present feeling. Yay. Instinctively, I know what that means. I endure the dizziness as I head out to the hallway.
待ちなさい。一人で行動するのは危険です。
Dude, her voice is so silky smooth that I genuinely, I love it. There's no enmity coming from Ryder. It seems she actually came to help me. I don't know why, but thank you. I don't care why she saved me. More importantly,
お前はシンジのサーバントだろう。なのに、どうして俺を助けてくれたんだ？
I want to go there quickly. So why am I taking my time?
あなたを死なせてはいけないと命じられています。
Oh.
私は主の命に従っただけです。
Wow, Shinji actively disobeying his grandpa. That's cool. And I'm gonna assume because Shinji wants to prove that he's better than Shiro, he wants to beat Shiro himself. Got it. I see. That's fine. I don't believe her, but it's good that I got an answer. More importantly, I have to hurry and go there. I understand right away that this is the place. The corridor is dead silent. The whole place is destroyed as if a storm passed by. In it is a small red stain on the only part of the ground that hasn't been destroyed. I can't tell whose blood this is, but my legs lose strength the instant I see it and I crumple to my knees. I reach out and touch it. The blood is dry and it doesn't stick to my fingers. The only thing the stain tells me is that she disappeared here.
私の役割はあなたを守ることです。シロ。
Being a Saber fan is just sadness, really. We got to see so much of her this route too, just for her to be taken away. How many times did I hear that line? Those words were a comfort and a source of worry. She only cared about me. She never said anything about protecting herself. Two peas in a pod, am I right? I scratched the mark. Saber fought here and fell here. That's what happens in battle. I knew before I made a contract with her that this would be a battle to the death. I accepted the fate and took her hand, and she merely answered me. The girl who protected me, even though she was smaller than me. When I told her I wanted to put priority on the Black Shadow over the Holy Grail, she simply nodded, ignoring the premonitions of the end. And this is the result. I lost her. Lost my rights as a master. And back to being just an amateur. I am now alone, with no means of fighting. I have to carry through with what I have to do. We have to do it, Shiro. We can't let this go on any longer. We gotta protect Sakura and ensure that this Grail War is put to an end. I slowly rub the bloodstain one last time. That's it. I don't bow or thank her and let my fingers go. Pain assails my left hand and it disappears. The moment I acknowledge her death and say goodbye, command spell in my left hand disappears without trace. One does not lose the command spell just because one has lost his servant. It only disappears when the Magus loses his right to be a master. It's over. This route's so full of twists that I love it. But this is such a profound sadness. It really hits hard. It hurts. I don't know what happened here tonight. There's only one certainty. I lost Saber and lost my rights as a master. I leave the Ryudo Temple. My stomach and back seem to be wounded badly, but I'm not worried about the pain right now.
送ります。敵がいなくなったとはいえ、夜道の一人歩きは危険ですから。
How is Sakura gonna take this? She's gonna beat herself up even more now that Saber's gone. Oh, Lord have mercy. I stop unintentionally. All of Ryder's words tonight are unexpected.
わからないな。それもお前のマスターの命令か。
いえ、そのような命令は受けてはいません。
Damn.
これは私個人の感情です。ただそう思っただけですので、他はありません。
God, Ryder is so fucking cute. It's the hair that gets me, dude. That's like her most alluring feature to me.
そっか。それなら信じるけど、 見送りはいい。俺たちは敵同士だろ。
敵同士。では、
Mm-hmm.
あなたはまだ私たちと戦うつもりですか？
It really sets Shinji and Shiro apart, especially. I don't answer her. First of all, I never said I'm out of this war. Yeah.
そう。わかりました。せいぜい道中気をつけなさい。
You know, I went into this day excited, and then I realized, oh, Saber's dead. Woo! Okay. Her long hair flutters. Ryder heads to the mountain gate ahead of me. Is it because she looks so defenseless?
Thank you.
I mutter something I forgot to tell her earlier.
Eh?
She turns around looking surprised. I'm embarrassed to see a reaction like that, but I have to properly thank her.
あなたは今、何と言いました？
She's asking me seriously, too. It's awkward to stare at her straight on, so I avert my gaze.
だから、ありがとうって言ったんだ。お前に助けてもらわなかったら、死んでただろう。見ての通り。今は何も返せない。だから、せめて礼ぐらい言っとかないと、お前に悪い。
One thing about Ryder's design that I've never understood is why she has a choker on and why she has a blindfold on. Like, the rest of her outfit looks nice, like it fits her aesthetic, but like was the choker and blindfold really necessary? Like, this is some kinky shit, man.
お気になさらず。私は主の命に従ったまでです。主の命が変われば、すぐにでもあなたを
Why are you
殺しま
so
す。
fine with listening to him? I really want to know why. With those cold, emotionless words, Ryder disappears through the mountain
だ
gate.
ろうな。だから世話にはならないって言ったんだ。
Yeah. Start walking after Ryder disappears. I can think later as to why Ryder saved me. It takes an hour to get home. I have to shake off the lingering memory of her in that short time. I return to my house. It's already past 1 o'clock. Put my hand over my mouth as I cough up blood. My stomach still hurts from Assassin's attack, and my back still burns from hitting the wall. I don't know how badly wounded my stomach is, but I bet my back is just scratched. The wounds that healed so quickly before aren't healing at all. Yup, now. Oh no! Now that Saber's gone, how is Shiro gonna get through this alive? He has no means of healing at all. Oh, this is big yikes, this is big oof.
そうか。以前に戻ったんだよな。
I had. Excuse me, sorry. When I had my contract with Saber, wounds healed themselves, but that's lost. Even a slight wound could prove fatal now. Yay! Shiro is handicapped beyond relief against the strongest enemies we've faced yet. Yay!
先輩
Oh, she's awake? Wow. Then, when I go into the front hallway, I find Sakura waiting for me.
さくら、どうしたんだ？
How are you gonna explain that Saber's gone?
もしかして起こしちゃったか？
いえ寝つけなくて夜更かししていたんです。そしたら先輩の靴がなかったからどこかに出かけたのかなって。
ああ、ちょっと出歩いてた。
Come to think of it, the light was on when I came home. And was Sakura waiting here the whole time? Yeah.
さくら、ずっと玄関で待ってたのか？
I love her so much. She's so sweet.
そんなことないです。
She like, I never do that, you know?
ちょっとおトイレに寄っただけでたまたま玄関にいただけですよ。
She was waiting here. It's been over 3 hours since Saber and I left. Maybe Sakura noticed right away and was waiting here all this time.
それより先輩お茶にしませんか？こんな時間ですけどあったかいお茶を飲んでゆっくりすれば元気が出ますから。
I'm surprised. Sakura's really pushy right now. It must really look terrible if she's forcing herself to act this way.
頼む。それと、ただいま。さくらに声をかけずに出歩いて。
I wonder when she's gonna ask where Saber is. Take off my shoes and go into the hallway. I hold my aching stomach and head to the living room. With me in front of her.
おかえりなさい先輩。
Bro, she has wife energy. I'm not talking about waifu, I'm talking about legit, dead-ass wife energy. Oh my god! Sakura looks relieved. I wince with pain but lie on the cushion and bear it. The disinfectant keeps stinging my back. The sizzling sound makes it feel like I'm getting my back scorched.
Sakura, 痛い。消毒薬はもういいから。傷口を拭いてが。
ダメです。背中一面真っ赤なんですから、ちゃんと消毒しないといけません。
Yeah,
それに
bear with
痛い
it.
のは当たり前です。
I'm not done until we say we're
こんな大
done.
怪我をして帰ってきたんですから、少しは我慢してください。
Is it because of the archery club or Fujine that she's merciless towards injured people?
先輩、他に痛むところはありますか？
The heart?
あ、いや、怪我したのは腹と背中だけだ。
そうですか。なら、あとはガーゼを当てて。
Nurse Sakura. Sakura handles the first aid kit with practice ease. She looks so intent on it that I don't want to interrupt. Well, let's explain why this is happening. It's because I threw up the tea I drank because it stung my stomach. Oh, ouch, fuck. I didn't want Sakura to find out, but that gave it away. I had no choice but to tell her how badly I was hurt, and now she's treating me. Well, she wasn't that much of a devil to begin with. Of course she's gonna be worried. When I showed her my stomach, she was blushing so badly that she couldn't treat me. Yeah.
さくら、本当にいいのか？手当てなら自分でできるし、無理しなくていいぞ。それに背中はもっとひどい。
大丈夫です。やります。やらせてください。
She was so flustered that I half expected her to faint when she saw the wound on my back.
先輩、そのお洋服。
And things are progressing. Things are progressing, baby. I didn't want to stop Sakura since I couldn't treat my own back. I did as I was told and let her treat me. Still, it was so bad that she couldn't do anything for a while. She started it for a few minutes and started treating me after a gulp. That was 20 minutes ago. It's past 2 o'clock now. Sakura's careful treatment is about to end.
終わりました。新しいシャツを用意しましたから、こっちを着てください。
ああ、もう終わったのか。サンキュー、さくら。
いえ、先輩もお疲れ様でした。
I put on the new shirt and take a deep breath. There's nothing to be done about my stomach, but my back feels much better. I'll sleep face down tonight and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow.
さて、それじゃあ寝るか。
Where's Saber?
そんなことはないんですけど。
Oh? Sakura hangs her head. It seems like she wants to say something but can't.
さくら、俺がいない間に何かあったのか？
先輩。
Oh, yeah.
帰られたんですか？
Oh. I get dizzy for a second.
セイバーさんは帰られたんですか？
Technically. When I hear the words from someone else, the reality of it finally sinks in.
ああ、急な話だけど、あいつは帰った。もう戻ってこない。
I endure my dizziness and answer calmly, jeez. Not like it's a stupid question. Of course she would think something happened if Saber, who was here 4 hours ago, is gone. But I have to put on a strong face and act like nothing's wrong.
セイバー、最後にさくらのことを言ってたよ。さくらは思い詰めるタイプだから、もっと気楽に行けってさ。
I realize how much of a death flag that scene earlier was.
そうですか。セイバーさんとは仲直りしたばかりだったの
I
に。
know.
お別れを言えなかったのは
My
残念です。
heart. I can't even nod to that. Saber disappeared before I could even say goodbye. The fact makes my heart feel so heavy that I want to vomit. Collaborator for only 6 days. My partner for only 6 days. How can I repay her? The one who was my sword for the only 6 days.
でもよかった。あの人が来てから、先
I
輩
wish, Sakura.
怪我してばかりだったから。
I really wish.
そうですよね。何をしていたかは聞きませんけど、先輩はセイバーさんのために出歩いていたんでしょ？
It's a pretty reasonable and excellent inference on Sakura's part.
けどそのセイバーさんも帰ってしまったんですから
いや、セイバーがいなくなっても夜に出歩くのは続けるけどな。その
Yeah, it was the other way around.
セイバーに付き合ってたんじゃなくて、俺がセイバーを付き合わせてたんだから。
I stand up. My tension is gone now that the treatment is over. I'm getting really sleepy.
先
おやすみ、さくら。それと今の話な。明日からもっと家を留守にするだろうけど、さくらは今まで通りここを使ってくれ。
Oh my god, what is gonna happen? Shiro, please. Sakura's gonna be all alone.
今夜みたいに帰りが遅くなる時もあるけど、気にせずちゃんと眠ること。さっきみたいにずっと玄関で待ってるって。
おやすみなさい。
Oh no, look how sad she is. My heart can't take that. Oh. I rest my body. I didn't feel it until now, but I'm dead tired. Drowsiness overtakes me the moment I lay down. But before I do so, I glare into the darkness to prepare myself. What Saber lost against and what I should be fighting, I have to accept them here and now. It hurts just to think about it. My body's trembling and my mind is about to lose against anger or fear. Without Saber, I can't not believe. It's that shadow, that thing that attacks people without discrimination. The black shadow that even Saber and Archer fear. I know with certainty, even though I didn't see it, that is what defeated Saber. No. Well, was that a part of it? The little goo? The little tar, whatever fucking... That puts the dent in my theory about Sakura completely. Because she was home the whole time. Assassin cannot defeat Saber. So if there's something at the temple that can defeat her, it's that shadow. I have to beat the thing that beat Saber. On top of that, I'll have to deal with Mato, Zouken and Assassin. Zouken said there's no more use for me now that I'm no longer a master. But so long as I stay in the Holy Grail War and search for the shadow, Zouken will continue to haunt me. A shiver runs through my body. Saber's not with me anymore. I have no miracle that heals my wounds, and the only weapon I have is magic as a half-ass magus. I know this is a reckless suicidal choice. I lost Saber because of that. I've walked in Kiritsugi's footsteps ever since that fire because of that. My only option is to stop the wars so such a disaster will not occur again. So this will be the only night that I'll tremble in fear. When my wound heals and morning comes, I have to act strong. So the girl who disappeared can be proud of me. Shiro, this is why you're fucking amazing. We love Shiro. Stand Shiro in this household. Shiro's like the best character of all time. Another one? Dude, how many interviews are we gonna get? Oh no. Oh no. If it's a Sakura. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh man, oh no. Alright, see you guys next time for another episode of Heaven's Feel. See ya. Fucking. Oh. The girl returns to her room. She walks with heavy steps to her bed and sits on it.
あんな怪我をしたのにまだ
We've never seen Sakura alone before. She doesn't know what happened. The boy looked as lifeless as a starving man, and his body was covered with wounds. The golden-haired girl who first appeared here several days ago has not returned. From this, she can tell something has happened that can never be undone. The boy is hiding something, and the golden-haired girl will not return as a result. Such things don't matter. For her, such things are trivial. She doesn't know what happened, but it's fine as long as the boy is safe. For her, having Emiya Shiro come home is an unparalleled joy.
言えるのかな
What do you mean? She shivers and brings her hands up to her forehead. It's hot. Her body's burning up. Again? It's the fever! Oh! She has to fight to remain conscious. It must be a light cold. She rarely gets sick, but after waiting in the hallway for nearly 3 hours, it's hardly a surprise. With sluggish movements, she reaches over and turns off the light. She lets herself fall out of the bed, lacking even the energy to change clothes.
大丈夫
No, Sakura.
先
Don't push yourself this hard.
全然だし。
Girl recalls what she saw a few minutes ago. The wounds on his back, almost as if the flesh had been grated. The blackening bruise on his stomach. His eyes, still strong and clear in spite of his condition. Her temperature rises as she remembers. The girl pretends not to notice that it stems from the hatred she feels. There we go. This is where it is. Oh, shit.
誰があんな。
Yes, she doesn't know who did it, but she can't forgive this person. It's not temporary dislike or annoyance. He has been wounded all this time, but he has stayed beautiful. She cannot forgive anyone that hurts someone important to her.
けど、先輩の背中。
She reaches out her hand in a daze. It's been a while since she last saw his naked skin so close. When they first met, he was small for a boy and was about as tall as her. But in the 2 years since then, he has grown into a man. Something stirs beneath the sheets, trapped between her body and the bed. Her hand slowly creeps down. It happens when you like someone a lot, and that's enough stimulation for that to happen. Makes sense. It's different from when he collapsed from a cold. Back then it was a cold and nothing more. Tonight it was the body of a wounded man.
先輩。
Thinking about it causes her to space out. He must train without a day's rest. His body is sturdily built, without even an ounce of useless muscle. His graceful build is that like an antelope. It has the beauty of having inner strength, one that allows it to jump up precipices that is not apparent.
胸だって広かったし。すごく。男の人だった。
Her outstretched fingers run across the chest that is not here. She unconsciously runs her fingers across his body. They run from his chest down to his stomach. Running across the bed sheets, her finger travel below her belly button, and her face turns bright red. Shit! This music has to play. I hate this song. Every time it's the most uncomfortable shit. Sakura, it's not a sin to have those thoughts about someone you love. She quickly pulls her hand back. She even turns her ears red and curls up on the bed. It shouldn't be this embarrassing, but her memory is too vivid. The feel of his skin beneath her fingertips only made her imagination more concrete. Huh? But is that what caused her to heat up? Her heart starts to beat faster. It's too late to stop. Her body is hot. Her mind is in a daze, and she can only think of one thing. Her limbs are heavy, and it feels as if she has turned into a puppet. Her breaths are unbelievably hot. It is because the heat is escaping from her body. The heat invades her brain and melts her memory, intelligence, reason, and morals, making her think of only one thing. It do be like that. Then the post-nut clarity is gonna hit, and the depression is gonna be really bad. The heat takes over her body, and the limbs are out of her control. But dirty desire creeps up from within her. He doesn't stop. Well, I did not. When did I didn't expect to get a scene where one of the girls masturbates in this video game. I mean, it makes sense. Wow, this scene is thankfully not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's not exactly the best. I mean, I'd rather not see ecchi stuff right now, but at least it's not dark and fucked up. Use her fingers, which were just tracing Shiro's body down between her legs. Senpai. Her fingers start to move wildly as if to match her breathing. The wet sound slowly gets louder into something indecent. Blah 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 blah. Lewd, lewd, lewd. The feeling of guilt excites her even more. That's some kinky shit, homie. His wounded body, thinking about the blood on his back, makes her dizzy. The girl who won't be coming back, the realization that once again, he is all hers, many— Whoa! Okay, we're getting into the dark shit. We're getting into the true mindset. Okay. The dark emotions unthinkable for her usual self draw her down into a darker passion. Great. Yay. We're going into this dark state of fucking But those are trivial matters. What she's truly glad about is that the boy has come back to her. But it's not enough. Tonight made that clear. He cares for her, but he tries to protect her by keeping her away. Oh. This hurts. It's sad, man. She knows it's a greedy wish. Her passion gets worse because it is a wish she should never speak of, a wish that will never come true. No. This hurts. That hit me like right in the heart, and it pain. That is so unequivocally sad. A heated masturbation. The repeated repentance cools off the girl's temporary madness. Yay. Not. She stares at the ceiling absent-mindedly. The overwhelming self-hatred after the climax is familiar to her. Fuck. Stop it. Game? Stop. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. No. No, it's not hitting home at all. Shush. But a heavier agony assails her tonight. The wounded body. He said he intends to continue fighting even after receiving such wounds. He thinks as her body sweats. It's a worry without an answer, a problem the girl cannot solve. She cannot come up with a way to stop him, even if she thinks all night. But... Oh! We're getting a crimson flag. This ain't red anymore. This is crimson. Dude, this is like the crimson Shin flag. Dude, this is getting scary. Okay, we're heading into some weird territory. Sakura, I love you. Please don't. Please don't delve into... I don't want to see her delve into like a fucking dark thing. He reaches a simple answer with a calm voice. Delighted by her sudden insight, she smiled. I'm done. I'm out. Fucking done. Just stop. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is something else. This route is something else. It's a never-ending playground of just absurdity and... Oh my god, this is... My brain's gonna melt reading this route, and my body is just gonna fucking collapse into bone dust because we're getting into some weird territory. I don't want to qualify this as yandere-like behavior, but this is getting close. Why would the game do that? Don't do this. Please, don't do this, game. Whispers to herself with a sigh of relief. What the fuck am I reading? Another one? What the fuck am I reading? It is a stone this is a room that smells of stone. The light is not artificial but natural. The lamp's flame shines the man's back and illuminates the parchment of his hand. Oh, Kotomine? It's pretty pog. It's pretty poggers, you know? Hopefully this day is almost over. I'm drained, not gonna lie. Voice comes from behind him without revealing its source. The man in the chair, Kotomine and Gilgamesh, moves on to his next task without the slightest reaction. Is that Gil's VA? It sounds a little bit like him. Yeah, it is.
この段階では何とも言えん。これほど大規模な意識不明事件は初めてだが、それでとどまるのなら問題はない。どちらの教会もこの程度の後処理は承知の上だ。だが、それも今のままのペースならか。どこの誰だか知らんが。 派手にやってくれる。気づいているのか、コトミネ。このまま放っておけば
Everything will come to an end, dude. Kotomine doesn't answer. He knows what the man wants to say. Strange shadow that appeared in this town. It's only sucking up life force right now, but the amount is increasing by the day. The abnormality of the first service 2 days ago will exceed the regulated allowances in a few days. For the moment, it only causes this... I always have trouble pronouncing this word. Dyspnea, but it should be soon enough to kill even a healthy adult male in one night. Hmm.
そうかな。あの虫使いはそうでもなさそうだが、あの手の輩は早めに潰さねばたたるぞ。俺とて、おめおめと町の人間を殺されるのは性に合わぬ。
Yeah. Statement takes Kotomine by surprise. This man who does not care about anyone else is concerned for the people. Kirei, a man of the people, for the people. Kirei for president. Okay, I did not realize it was Gilgamesh. It was such a subtle way of speaking.
俺以外の者が人を殺めることをよしとはせん。人が人をほふらば、つまらぬ財閥で迷おう。その手の苦しみは楽しくもないからな。
Okay, so yeah, it wasn't Kira. Kira could care less, of course. But Gilgamesh is like, dude, unless they die by my hand, this ain't happening.
なるほど。お前はお前で、やはり英霊だな。生の苦より救うために死を使う。ならば、お前の望みはやはり死か。当然だ。ここは無意味で無価値なものばかりだからな。
Creating a new world of the strong.
一掃するのが正義というものだろう。
His scorning voice is filled with absolute dominance and dignity. Priest does not stop his work as he listens.
なるほど。そう望むのなら、聖杯はお前が使うがいい。お前を打倒する者が現れる。
Shadow seems pretty capable, dude.
聖杯はお前のものだ。ことみね。
Complicated.
お前には望みがないのか。明確な願いなどない。私にあるものは、明確な快楽を欲する己のみだ。そうか。お前には快楽のみか。
The man starts laughing at the simple answer. It's as if he's delighted and proud of his partner.
よいぞ。
俺はおぞましいから
Because it is fun.
お
Yep.
前は楽しいから殺す。理由は違えど、聖杯に求めるものは同じ。なればこそ、俺をここまでつなぎ止めたというわけだな。
Yeah. Priest does not answer. He merely continues his work.
お前が動かぬのならばそれでもよい。せいぜい好きにさせてもらうぞ。
The man's presence disappears. The priest glances at the exit of the silent stone
酔
room.
っているように見えて、真は正気のままか。あの泥もあれの魂までは汚染できなかったと見える。
It was pretty insane that that Grail mud didn't completely warp him. King of Heroes Gilgamesh, the Golden Serpent is the most powerful being at this point in the time. The fact is accepted as truth by all. Even Kotomine, the game master himself, does not doubt it.
無価値なものはあるが、無意味なものなどない。注意するのだな、英雄を。お前に敗北を
Oh,
与え
that's
るものがあ
bold
る
and
とすれば、
that's cool.
それはその一点。
That's ominous and I love it. There are worthless things, but there are no meaningless things. Ooh, cool. The monologue does not reach anyone. Lit by the dim light, the priest resembles a prophet singing into the future. That means Gil's getting murked somehow. Interesting. Excited. Okay, interlude 5. Now we beat it. We beat the day. Rain. Okay. Rain. It's a pretty simple title, but it could mean lots of things. I could get into the various meanings of what rain could be, but I'm tired. I think end of day 8 is just sort of... It is the end of day 8, right? The fuck? No, it's the end of day 8. Alright. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Saber's dead. Zouken's really cool. He's just really become such a big game player. Everything that's happening in this route is taking me by surprise. It's throwing me in a loop. I love this route. It's been nothing but a hard ride, but a fun one nonetheless. I hope everyone's enjoyed the episode, and for all those who stayed all the way to the end, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you. And it does mean a lot to me that you stayed to the end, and it helps the channel a great deal, so thank you very much. And I wish all of you the best, wherever it is that you are, and whatever time that it is, whether it be morning, day, evening, or night, please be sure to stay safe and take care wherever you are. I can't even speak straight, but genuinely, take it easy, guys. Do your best to take a little me time, a little bit of relaxation, play a game, watch a show, kick back. You'll deserve it. And of course, I'll see you for the next episode of Heaven's Feel. The game is gonna go crazy nuts because the game is going in multiple spinny directions. It's as if, like, the amount of whiplash I'm getting from this game is worse than any kind of whiplash I've ever received in media. Like, I feel like I'm being spun right and back between two rocks in a hard place, but the rock is... there's a thorn in the rock that's stabbing my side, but then the other side has medicine that's being injected into my veins, but then the rock beside me is dying. Things are not going well, as you can see. Anyway, we'll just have to wait till the next episode, why don't we? Well, see you guys later for the next one. Holy shit, dude. This game's crazy.